Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Crystal. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending part of your day with me. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I truly appreciate it. So today's video is going to be the all about my firstborn tag, and if you guys have seen my previous videos, then you guys know that I have one little man, and this video will be all about him. And also, if you guys stay until the end, I will be including footage of my son from yesterday. We went to my sister's house and Jacob finally got into the pool, and we were able to put him in his little floaty, and it was just absolutely adorable. He had a blast, and he was actually trying to move his way around the pool. He was kicking his little feet, so I'll go ahead and insert that footage at the end of the video for you. All right, so I have all the questions written down right here. The first question, was your pregnancy planned? And my pregnancy was not planned. Me and my husband, we were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, had only been together since May, and I got pregnant in January, so it was not planned. Were you married? So when we had Jacob, we were married, but when we found out that I was pregnant, we were not married. Like I said, we were just boyfriend and girlfriend, and when we found out that I was pregnant in January, the ball just got rolling and everything happened so quickly. If you are curious, we found out that I was pregnant in January. We got engaged in February, 2 days after Valentine's Day. We moved in together in March, planned the wedding through April, and got married on May 16th. So it was a very quick timeline, but if you guys did see my previous video, you'll know that I was not a young mom. I am not a young mom. Me and my husband are both in our 30s. I am going to be 36 in a couple of months, and my husband is a year older than me. So it's not like we weren't talking about this already before we even got pregnant. What was your reaction to finding out that you were pregnant? My reaction was complete happiness, and also I was surprised. I had been going to see a fertility specialist, and I was currently on Clomid when I got pregnant, and I wasn't expecting anything to happen that quickly. Like, I was on Clomid and I had been seeing a specialist, so like I said, it wasn't a planned pregnancy, but we were like, we were preparing for when we were ready, that my body would be ready, and it just got ready really quick. So I was extremely happy. Were you induced? Yes, I was. When I was pregnant, I had, and I still do have, high blood pressure, and so with that, the doctor was afraid that I was going to develop preeclampsia. So she wanted to induce me 2 weeks early to avoid any of those complications. How old were you? So I had Jacob when I was 34. I had him a month before I turned 35. Who did you tell first? So the first person I told was my husband. I remember I put the little pregnancy test in I think it was in like a little gift box, and when he came over to my house to visit for the evening, I showed it to him and he opened it, and I think he cried for like an hour and a half, and I think he said like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, are you serious? I think he said that maybe 100 times. Like, he was just completely shocked but completely happy. How did you find out? I took a pregnancy test. Did you want to find out the gender? Absolutely. I wanted to know what I was having the second I found out I was pregnant. And to tell you how I found out, I was in the drive-through at Starbucks, and I was waiting in line, and the nurse called because a few days beforehand we had done the blood work for all of the like the congenital testings that they do for early pregnancies. So I was waiting for the blood work to come back, and when I was in the car, the nurse called me and she said that everything was negative, everything was great, and then she told me that she knew the gender and asked if I wanted to know. And so of course I said yes, and it turns out I was having a boy. And I remember, like, when she told me that, I was like, oh my God, like I was just so excited because it made it all more real. And so when I hung up, I had to place my order, and I remember I was like trying to keep all my tears inside until I passed the window, and then I started crying. But my eyes were already watering, but I had like my big old sunglasses on, so they couldn't tell. But yes, I definitely wanted to find out the gender because I wanted to decorate and buy clothing as soon as I could. So when was your due date? My due date originally was October 1st, but like I said, I had high blood pressure, and so the doctor wanted to put everything 2 weeks beforehand, and so the new due date was September 19th. But when I found out that my doctor was not going to be at the hospital on September 19th, and that I would have to have another doctor deliver my baby, I told her absolutely not. And so we bumped it up a couple of days to September 17th for me to be admitted. And so October 1st was the original, then September 19th, and then September 17th. Did you deliver early or later than your due date? I delivered early. I delivered 2 weeks early. Did you experience any morning sickness? Luckily I did not, other than a handful of times the first month. I know everybody says that when you have a little girl, you have tons of morning sickness, and when you have a little boy, you don't have any, or just a tiny little bit, and that was the case for me. I only had morning sickness a handful of times the very first month, and luckily, because all of it so wonderfully happened at work, and luckily I had a bathroom right across from my classroom, so I was like running through parents trying to get to the bathroom a few times. What were your cravings? So my cravings, I didn't have any big cravings. Like, I know people say pickles, or they want nothing but sugary sweets. I hate pickles. I never craved a pickle at all throughout the pregnancy. If anything qualified as a craving, I think it would be French fries. I really wanted French fries. I could have eaten French fries every single day of my pregnancy, but thank goodness I didn't. But I think that was really the only craving that I was having. How many pounds did you gain? So I gained a little bit more than I should have. The first half of the pregnancy, I think I did really well, and then the second half, it just came on really quick, and I believe I ended up gaining about 45 pounds. I think that's what it was, 45 pounds. What is your baby's gender? I had a little boy. Were there any complications during labor? Yes. Oh my goodness, were there complications? So going up to having Jacob, everything was great. I went in the night before at 8 p.m. They gave me the little insertion to start the effacement. The following morning, they gave me the Pitocin around noon. The contractions, I think, started around 2 o'clock-ish, and I had Jacob at 6:57 p.m. on Wednesday night. And like I said, up until the delivery, everything was flawless. It was like there was no major complications before that, but after, holy cow, after he came out, that's when everything hit the fan. I will not say what the condition was that happened. I will go ahead and put it right here if you guys want to look it up and read up more on what happened to me. But I will say this, if you guys can understand what I'm saying by me saying this, then there you go. But I say that Jacob loved being inside of me so much that he decided to take his apartment with him, if you know what I mean. But like I said, I'll put the name right here. And yeah, that was completely traumatic. I remember they gave me Jacob and I was crying. I was so happy. And then all of a sudden, everything just, the whole room just started going like really, really loopy. And I remember my husband was on this side of me. They took Jacob over to the little baby table to weigh him and measure him and all of that. And the doctor was obviously at my feet. And I remember they had like the blue little cover. And I remember my doctor just like poked her head up and she was like, everything's fine. Everything's good. We're okay. And then she went back under and then she started going through all her tools. And I remember just sitting up there like, what is going on? And like I said, everything was going loopy. I looked at my husband and his face just kind of lost all its color. And he was just staring at me and he was like, are you okay? And then all of a sudden, the nurse comes and she puts an oxygen mask on me. They're massaging my belly because at this point we're trying to get the placenta out. And I remember that pain was excruciating. And I remember thinking, I have an epidural. Why does this hurt so much? So they're massaging that. I'm in so much pain. My husband is turning white as a ghost. The nurse is trying to put oxygen on me. The doctor is down at my feet doing what I don't know what she's doing. And then the anesthesiologist comes back in and he is a doctor that had no patience. He was like the downside of this whole experience other than what I'm going through. He was cursing. He was like freaking out. Apparently the nurse had to hold the oxygen tube to the wall with her hand because there was no clip or whatever apparatus is used to hold the tube into the wall that wasn't there. And so I remember he was screaming about that. I remember I was like in and out and in and out. And then all of a sudden I just blacked out. And I don't know how long I was out. It was probably maybe 10 minutes. And then I woke up and I was in the operating room. And I woke up and they were transferring me from my delivery bed onto the operating table. And I remember they slid me over and I'm laying down and I have the oxygen mask and I see the big bright light that they have, that they turn on to do the procedures, and there's tons of nurses. The anesthesiologist is running around me again, cursing his mind out, yelling at everybody, yelling orders at everybody, do this, do that, where's the effing this, where's the effing that. And I remember I'm laying there and they're trying to strap my arms to the bed, because you're kind of like, your arms are out on like their own little holders. I don't know how to say it. And I remember my arm fell off and the anesthesiologist comes and he grabs my arm and he slams it down on the table, and I'm like, what is going on? And oh gosh, it was awful. It was just awful. And then again, I passed out. And I later found out that I was in 2 operating rooms. So they took me to that one, and I don't know why, but then I was brought into another one. I think I was like in the operating room twice. And I woke up in the ICU on Thursday morning. I was fully intubated. I was puffed up like a marshmallow. I remember my friend Sheila, who I mentioned I think in every single video. My friend Sheila came to visit me, and I remember she walked into the room and she saw me, and like she literally like jumped back a little bit because I was so puffed up. I looked like a marshmallow. I mean, I could barely bend my arms. They were so swollen. My fingers looked like little sausages more than they already do. It was the craziest experience. But yeah, in short, there were complications. I didn't get to go home until I think it was Sunday afternoon. So I was in the ICU from, oh my back hurts. I was in the ICU from Thursday. Yeah, I woke up Thursday morning. We were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think Saturday morning they moved me out of ICU and into the labor and delivery because we were waiting on Jacob to have a couple more little procedures done before we were going to go home. So that was a long story. Where did you give birth? So I gave birth in what I feel is the best hospital in San Antonio. I gave birth at the Stone Oak Methodist. It was a bit of a drive from where we currently live. I mean, we do live in San Antonio, but I mean, if you're familiar with San Antonio, it is huge. But yes, Stone Oak Methodist in San Antonio, wonderful hospital. How many hours were you in labor? Honestly, I don't know. I guess, well, okay, I went in at 8:30. No, I went at 8. I think like around 9 o'clock they gave me they inserted what they needed to insert to start the effacement. So it was like 9 p.m. And then the following day they gave me the Pitocin around noon. I had Jacob around 6:57. So less than 24 hours, right? It's a while. Baby weight. So when Jacob was born, he weighed 7 pounds, 3 ounces. And what is your baby's name? My son's name is Jacob Lee Hernandez. So we picked Jacob because my husband's name is JJ. Well, his full name is Jose, but nobody calls him that. I've never called him that. It's always been JJ, and he wanted to keep the J running in the family. So we settled on Jacob. We had mentioned Jonathan. We didn't like that. Joseph, we definitely didn't like that. So, and we weren't gonna do a junior. So we went with Jacob, and his middle name is Lee. My dad's middle name is Lee, my middle name is Lee, and so I wanted that to stay the same. And of course, last name is Hernandez. And how old is your firstborn today? So my one and only little man, today he is 11 months. His birthday is in, I think 21 days from today, 21 days from today. He will be a year old on September 18th, 2020. So I am both very excited and also very sad that he will be turning an entire year old and will officially become a toddler. All right, guys, so that is it for this video. Like I said earlier, I will go ahead and insert clips of Jacob in his floaty. Absolutely adorable. Please watch. You guys will get a wonderful smile out of it. If you guys are not yet subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I am trying to do 2 videos a week, but I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit hard for me to put up more than 1 video a week right now. If you guys are returning subscribers, once again, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to say hello down in the comments, and I will see y'all back in a couple of days in a new video. Bye! Jacob!
He's trying to get out.
It's you!
Jacob, look at mommy, Jacob. Look at mommy.
Hi! Oh, sweet papa. Splashy splash. Yeah, splashy splash. There you go, Papa. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mommy.